my dear friends, welcome back. So I was craving brownies today, so I decided to make them. So first you need to chop up the dark chocolate. Dark chocolate, it should be the cooking chocolate, that is the dark compound. So I have taken 125 grams of dark chocolate and 125 grams of unsalted butter. So I have used the Amul unsalted butter, so both should be in the same proportion, and you microwave it for a minute. So if it does not get melted completely, you microwave it for another 30 seconds. It also depends on the watts of your microwave, so make sure that there are no lumps left. And cool it down completely. You keep it under the fan for at least 15 minutes. You cool it down completely, and then you start the next process. So next, into a bowl, I've taken an egg. So totally you need 3 eggs for this recipe. First you take 1 egg, you beat that up, and make sure that it's really fluffy. Then I have taken 335 grams of white sugar. It need not be superfine sugar or caster sugar. These are the regular crystal sugars. So I have added it in 2 parts. Next you add the next egg. So you need 3 eggs completely for this recipe. So I've added 2 eggs right now. Make sure that you mix it up completely, and small granules are fine, because as you mix, the granules will melt into the batter. Next, I've added the rest of the sugar and another egg. Next step is to sieve your all-purpose flour and cocoa powder. So you need 115 grams of plain flour and 30 grams of cocoa powder. So I have used the Hershey's unsweetened cocoa powder. Make sure that you use unsweetened cocoa powder only, and then you sieve it thoroughly. And if you're using the normal sieve, you need to sieve it at least thrice. So I'm using a siever where it actually has 3 sieves, so I'm just sieving it once. So this recipe, you don't add baking powder or baking soda, because this is a fudgy brownie. It's moist and it's a little chewy. So the dark chocolate and butter is cooled down completely. You add it into the mixture where we had whisked sugar and eggs. Make sure that you also add a pinch of salt and a teaspoon of vanilla essence. I forgot to show that, I'm so sorry. I'm done whisking all of it. Now you add the cocoa powder and the all-purpose flour into your wet mix. So I have added it in 2 parts. So when you mix the dry into the wet, your batter becomes really thick. Do not add anything. Do not add milk so that it becomes a little thinner. Don't do anything. The batter is supposed to be thick. So you use the cut and fold method, and you fold all of the batter inside. It might be a little hard if you don't have a hand blender. For the mixing, I have not used the hand blender. I've only used the spatula. It's a little thick. I guess you can clearly see it's very thick, to mix and all of that. Next, I've taken a brownie pan. I have greased it with a little bit of butter, and I'm dusting some all-purpose flour. Make sure that the entire pan is coated with all-purpose flour. I've also preheated my OTG at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. As you can see, the batter is really thick, and you will have to need someone's help to put that in, because it's tough for one person to do. So my mom had helped me out with that. Okay, so somehow I've put the entire batter into the pan, and you bake the brownie for about 30 minutes. Make sure that the toothpick comes out clean when you prick it. So correctly after 30 minutes, my brownies are done. It's so fudgy. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. you know, the inside is very fudgy and then it has the outer crust which is superb. So you all must try out this recipe.